Hi, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Jackie.
And I'm her husband, Glenn.
He's my husband, Glenn.
That's right. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our reviews. Tonight, we're reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 19, Episode number 9. Episode number 9. That's right, Episode number 9. And we're going to talk about Jaylen and Josh first from this episode of Episode number 9. Right? Jaylen and Josh has a major issue from the last episode that he has a lying problem. That he lies about the people that he be DMing, who be DMing him.
It's not a lying problem. He did lie.
He lied. He lied. You lie once, you lie twice. Mama said, if you lie, you steal, you kill. So he lied. But anyway, that's a major issue by him lying. The experts come over, Dr. Pia and Pastor Cal, right? Mm-hmm. They come over for their season episode, yearly home visit that they normally do with the couples, right? And they address the lack of trust issues that Jaylen has with Josh, right? Mm-hmm. Josh admitted that he initially lied about unfollowing his ex, claiming that
he panicked.
He panicked. I think men can understand when your wife asks you something off guard and you lie, you panic.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't say he has a lying problem. He did lie, but I unfollowed her. But then he had to go back and say, like I told you earlier, I inadvertently told a tale. I did not tell the truth.
So quick though. Why was he? I mean, I've done it. I've been there. Tell the truth, shame the devil, right? Been there. Don't throw stones at glass houses. No. Been there, but I get it. But when you realize that you lied, you come back and recant. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? I said that real quick. I did throw that away, but I didn't. But anyway, we have a problem with stuff thrown away in my house, or people throwing stuff away. I'm the guy who throws stuff away. I have. If it's laying on
long as you.
I know. I'm the guy who throws stuff.
Say it.
I'm the guy who throws stuff away, and I'm the guy that if it's sitting on the counter, and you ain't using it, it goes in the dishwasher sink, or it might end up in the trash can. That's just it's being. But anyway, I digress.
But he said, I did unfollow her now. Yeah. But I'm going to add this again. Jaylen said she didn't have a problem with him following his ex. It was just like, why did you lie? You didn't have to lie. But,
yeah. Dr. P advised Jaylen that, right? That even though he violated her personal trust, he violated marriage, right?
Yeah, if it feels personal.
It feel personal marriage. She needs to try to repair in the commitment in their relationship and not allow this to be a big issue. But I
think what she said was, she's like, when I dated somebody, when I was in a relationship with somebody before, if it was something that they did that I didn't like, it was like, chuck up the deuces. And Dr. P was like, it's because you didn't make a formal commitment to this person. Now you're in Married at First Sight, even though this is a stranger, you made a formal commitment, and you can, but you should not just be like, chuck up the deuces. You got to work on it.
But that's why I have a problem, because it was not with just her, but with marriages, if you know how many times, if you encounter a problem in your marriage and the first thing you want to do is chuck up the deuces, like, no one stays married long, because you're going to encounter problems. You're going to encounter issues. Y'all will have some good days. You have some bad days. You have some hills to climb, right? But you won't complain. But you have some of those days. You'll have some in that marriage, but you got to realize that you're two different people, two different families, two different walks of life, and that everything you say, I don't expect you to agree with me on everything. I just don't. We come from different people. I think we said it one time. We're in the same stadium sometimes, or not sometimes. Well, we was in the same stadium. Somebody runs at a different pace, but you have to learn how to get on the same pace. Good book says, how can two walk together except they agree? You're gonna have to get there, and I don't expect them after a month and a half of a marriage to be there, right? There's some people who've been married 25, 26 who never gets there. It just becomes tolerable. They just tolerate it, and they're not working. Marriage is work. You're constantly working on marriage. You're constantly involving in marriage. We've been married 24 years. Guess what? We're constantly evolving. We're evolving now, and I have grown kids, right? That's something different.
Mm-hmm.
We've never experienced marriage with a 19 and a 21-year-old and still have one in middle school. Those things are evolving, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about something today that has to evolve with our kids. Hey, me and one of my guys I coach with talked about something involved. His son's about to get married, right? Well, he's still on his insurance. Well, if him and his wife gets pregnant, the baby's not on their insurance, so they have to get their own insurance. That's something that's evolving, something that you don't have to deal with. So, marriage is always evolving and so you're gonna have those things that you may discuss and things that you disagree on because you come back from different walks of life, or because you're dealing with a son and as a father, or you're dealing with a son as a mother, or you're dealing with it's those things, and you have to be prepared for the change, right? And you just can't chuck up the deuces when there's an argument or a discussion that you don't like, right? Put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, and let's keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the one I really want to talk about, right? The issue with the festival, right? The Burning Man. She does not want. She said, "I don't do festivals. I don't want to go to festivals." And Jaylen talk about lying. She really ultimately lied. Like, I would go. I would care. And then she backed out. And Joshua says, "Well, I thought you said you would go to the festival." Like,
she like, I don't like camping. I don't like hiking. I don't like festivals. And you should just go with somebody that's gonna enjoy it because I'm not.
Yeah, she lied to what he lied. Look, she ain't gonna like none of that stuff. But again, at what point do you draw the line? I'm gonna try something new with my spouse, that I may or may not like.
She already did that twice.
Right, but she wants to share this experience with her Burning Man. My thing with you, I think we talked about this. We watched this one in separate times. Watched all of them separate times. I was like, I equate this to what else again? Again, in the last video, y'all don't know, I am a huge wrestling fan. I am a big wrestling fan, right? I like to go to wrestling events, like pay-per-views, PLEs that they call them now. Jack, when we met each other, she was a casual wrestling fan. She knew about wrestling. But there's some times where we have gone together, right? And when I say WrestleMania was my thing. Just like the Burning Man, WrestleMania was I would go to WrestleMania every year. Except for when our kids were born. I did go 1 year. But anyway. But then I'm like, oh, come on. And I don't think she understood what WrestleMania, why it was so big and important to me until we all went to WrestleMania, WrestleMania New York, Kofi Mania. And I think she enjoyed it and she liked it and she was cheering. We all have wrestling shirts on.
See, I think what he's leaving out is that I didn't mind going to WrestleMania. That's fine. But it's not just WrestleMania.
It's a whole
when him and his friends go,
it's a whole weekend.
But I mean, it's like
from Thursday.
This show on Thursday, that show on Friday, this thing on Saturday, like all day Saturday, this Sunday. Thing on Sunday,
and Monday Night Raw on Monday.
And yeah, said it's a bit too much for me. It's a bit too.
And
much.
I get it. That's why I could understand with it because Burning Man may be too much for her. He was talking about 7 days. Maybe you need to ease somebody into the thing that you like. It is not just you just drop them in and you plunge them into it, right? You ease them into it. You may go in the sense of the wrestling. We go to a house show. You go to a small pay-per-view. You go to those things.
Or I go to one autograph signing, not 50.
Not 50, right? True.
So for him, okay, so it's a 7-day thing and she chooses to go with you, but you shouldn't expect her to do everything from sun up to sundown.
Right.
When it comes to the burn. Plus, it's a Burning Man. It's and you go with your fellas. So enjoy the time with your fellas and I'll participate here and there. Like, we're not giving me stuff.
But she also, that's why he never brought it up. Like, is it okay if I go by myself?
Mm-hmm.
And she never brought it up, and she never said it's okay you go by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here waiting, watching this episode. Like, can one of y'all say it's okay that the other one he can go by himself, or that you can stay? Like, I get it. You want to share it. It may not be year number 1. It might be year number 2, and she can't expect him to just give it up because she's married.
Mm-hmm. And he gave the example. He was like, I know the cycling your cycling class is something that you're passionate about, and I went and took part of your cycling class, you know, why you can't take part in the Burning Man thing?
Yeah, it is. He kind of used a little bit of manipulation there. He was trying to get her to feel it his way.
Mm-hmm.
And then some arguments, then it's not about me seeing it your way or making you come over to my side. It's like, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. Let's keep it moving. It's not about me convincing you. I had somebody tell me when we first got married, it's not about win-loss. We're not keeping tallies. We're not keeping tallies. It's okay because you came in doing two separate things. So it's okay. And I think that she didn't understand that. Neither did he. But it's okay that you have your own interests when you marry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have your own interests. I have my own interests, right? I will, we'll share some interests together. And if you pull me into your interests, I'll be happy. I'll celebrate you. I'll support you. You know, your singing, your adventures, your concerts that you go to, your choirs that you're in. I'll be right there supporting.
This actually was my interest. I watched Married at First Sight first.
This was your interest.
Yes.
And I sat down and watched Married at First Sight with you. Every from season 1 on to now.
And now
I am the Married at First Sight head. I am the one that watches all the time. I'm the one like, let's watch. Have you watched it yet? You got me. Your interest that got me into this. So, oh man, but that's Jaylen and what else? Did we miss anything?
No, just that he was like, "Oh, you might regret not going," and this is so important to me, and they got into it about the whole.
Don't you ever roll your eyes at me?
Who? I said, what now?
Because they wouldn't let each other speak. They cut each other off. And he brought up the point of, you always cut me off. And then she brought up a point, you always cut me off. And then he cut her off. And then she rolled her eyes. Like you just said, I think a lot of couples.
Not some don't you ever roll your eyes.
A lot of couples deal with the fact that you don't want to let me speak. We've learned that. Went through that and learned that. I learned just to be quiet. And I don't even ask how you finished yet. Because that's just rude. Remember that? Are you finished yet? That's rude. So we just said, are you done?
No,
right. I
was, but I'm not now.
Make sure there's a pause. Make sure there's a period at the end of that before we.
Not just a comma.
Not a comma. Make sure there's a period. So I'll wait a few seconds.
But yeah, don't you ever roll your eyes at me. That's disrespectful, sir. You are my husband. You are not my daddy. Don't you ever roll your eyes at me. You getting ready to get this eye roll. You about to get this lip smack. You about to get this. You about to get listen. Listen.
Yo.
We could side note. Glenn could never say that to me. Because when I tell you, and this is what I mean, my face is always, my face is always going to let you know how I feel. And so that's why Glenn wouldn't say that to me, because he she can't help it.
That's not my character anyway.
But she can't help it.
Yeah, you can't help. I know.
Because he's known me long enough to know. There's an old song, it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Yeah.
No, I've been long enough to know that when we're talking, you're going to cut me off.
Say what now?
I said I've been here long enough to know when we're talking, you're going to cut me off. No, I'm just joking. We know. It's mom's word. But anyway, let's move on. Josh starts to cry, right? Manipulation again, in my opinion. He starts to cry, and he says he doesn't want to give up on passion. So we can play that game. We're not playing that game. We're not playing that game on this camera. We're not playing that game on this video. Nope. I'm not gonna do it with you tonight. Nope. We're not doing this. We're gonna finish this video. We're not playing those games. Nope. We'll play later, but not right now. Not now. Nope. Got to get this stuff out to the people. We're not playing. All right. But now, one thing he did talk about, I want to touch on, was community, because he said he never had a community. She said she has a community. This is the big new trend, big new word. Everybody talk about community, right? Her cycling is her cycling family. recycling community. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, you're talking about big about community, like back to Burning Man, that's his community.
But he didn't know. But
he didn't know that. He didn't know that. He didn't know that.
That frustrated me so bad. I was like, "What do you mean you didn't know you had a community? What?
Your community is Burning Man." And he never used that term. So
Now,
he never used that term. Let that man be. He didn't use that term. So. Good.
Community, family, friend group. Community is just that's what a community is. Your friend group, your family, your church family. Your what? That confused me so bad. I was like, just Webster still makes dictionary.com. Look up what a community. I just feel like it's not that difficult. And for him to say, I didn't. Now I'm realizing that I do have a community.
He never. He didn't.
You just didn't call it that.
Yeah.
But it that's what it was. So just say I didn't realize that's called. But still, why not?
Why not? Each his own, man. He just didn't. So they wouldn't have been mad. She was upset. Yeah. So let's get on Belinda and Chad real quick. Belinda and Chad wasn't in the scene in very much of this episode, right? They received their sex care package from the experts. You know how the experts do. They always get their sex care package. And Belinda was vocal about her disinterest in the toys, claiming she was a mature woman and had been there before and done that. Didn't need to do all that. Didn't need all that stuff that was in that box.
And Chad was like, I agree.
Chad's all right. We're cool.
We don't need all that.
We don't need all that. I've been through all that. I've done all that stuff. We're fine. Right? Mm-hmm. 21 days out from decision day, the couple had a drink, and Belinda spoke about growing up in a small town.
Yeah, they went to that place. It was like a beer or a brewery or something like that. Yeah, she talked about how she was from a small town.
Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah, and it really wasn't a lot of places to go out.
High school class, like 250 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was funny. She forgot for a moment that he was from Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Baton Rouge is pretty big, pretty big town. So, but they had a nice little interaction, and they're getting to know each other's.
It seemed like he really wasn't paying attention. He wasn't paying. He pulled a Pat. He didn't hear him ask too many questions, right? Then I want to know, small town. What did y'all do? Who did you get involved with? How many? Were you a cheerleader? Were you? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What did y'all do in a small town? Things like that. That's just me. I'm just a very intriguing. I want to know. I want to know. But it seemed like I think he likes her, but I think when she talks too much, he's like, "Go ahead and be quiet."
Well, I think if we go back to the beginning, our first introduction to Chad, I think he's just not used to having conversations where he's not putting his little jokes in there. I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's like to just sit there and talk and not insert sarcasm here, insert joke there. Mm-hmm. It's different from him.
Yeah, sometimes you can be too sarcastic.
For sure.
Yeah, you can be too sarcastic and people don't get it or they don't think it's funny. But she finds it funny and she likes Chad. Mm-hmm. So
you called them boring.
I did. They're an older couple. There's no drama right now. You know what I mean?
Which is a good thing.
But you don't see like what you're seeing, so
not like with Rhonda and Pat.
Oh, Rhonda and Pat. Because Rhonda's a firecracker, y'all. If you don't know, 63, she got guns, she got on. Rhonda's a firecracker. So Rhonda and Pat, right, while we're there, they're on the way to
go to her dad's grave.
Her dad's gravesite, right? Rhonda spoke about moving between, San Antonio, Kilgore, and Bernie, all the places that she lived at, right? But Pat was driving. All right.
So she's talking. He's trying to keep up with where I'm supposed to be going. And she's on some, are you listening? He was like, it's hard for me to keep up because I'm trying to focus on driving.
And then he revisited a past. She's at one point, but he goes back to another point. And she was like, I'm past that. Keep up. He was like, he can't win for losing.
And this is what I said before.
He can't win for losing. The man is listening halfway, maybe. But at least he asked you a question. Because, again, remember the issue before was he didn't ask you any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Now he asked you a question about Kilgore, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a problem. Like, keep up. I'm past that now. Like, what do you expect a man to do? He's asking questions. On the question. She wanted him to take notes while he's driving. And to keep up.
He trying to drive.
You know, the older you get, the more you want to focus on the road. You want to stay focused. You want no accident. He wanted to stay focused. She has an issue. She wants it to be about her. She's better off to having these conversations with Pat when they're facing each other, holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Not when he's doing something. Pat can't multitask. He can't multitask. We just learned Pat can't multitask. It's just what it is. But he do need to be a little bit more attentive, in my opinion. But listen, pull one or two things out and just run with it. Run with it. All right. At the graveside, Pat was put in an awkward position when asked if he had anything to say at her father's grave. This would have messed me up. I don't know your dad.
Like, what am I going to say? First of all, and I'm not trying to be insensitive when I say this.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out not to offend people. Go ahead.
Do I have anything to say? It's not like I'm actually meeting him.
Yeah.
So I would just be talking because he's not going to respond back. And so Pat's like, nice to meet you.
Was annoyed. She was mad and she was annoyed.
I need some time by myself.
I don't know what she expected him to say, sir.
That's what I'm saying. What do you say?
I don't know you. I don't even know what you look like. What you expect me to say?
And let me add to this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rhonda's dad passed away when she was younger.
Yeah.
So he's been gone for a long time. He's been gone for a long time.
He can't shake the man's hand. What do you want him to do? This is me. And everybody's different. And God, I'm not even gonna say that no more. I don't want to offend nobody. And so she just took some time, to be at her dad's gravesite. I think she did share that it's been a while since she's been to the gravesite. And grief comes in waves, and like it doesn't matter how long your family member's been gone, especially if it's a parent, and she was emotional. She was emotional in the car ride, and she talked to him about that, and she's critical of everything that he says and does, and he's feeling that. He's expressed the frustration, I feel like he pulled over.
Yeah,
I'm like, I knew he was mad when he pulled. Like, okay, you getting back to my point. He wanted to make sure he was focused. So he pulled in the parking spot, and he was like, "This is what's going on."
You be scolding me.
You be scolding me like I'm a little kid.
And so, in response, I shut down.
Like he shut down. I mean, she asked him again, like, what was he asked the question, how long ago has your father passed away? And she got mad at that. Like he didn't know. And it's like, you should have read the gravesite, dummy. Like you should
right.
That's what she was like. Like you should have stayed there and said other than hi. I'm back on that. What did she expect him to say? I couldn't say nothing.
But anyway, then in the process of talking about her dad passing and everything, she said her biggest insecurity is that she didn't feel chosen, because her dad wanted a boy, and he didn't have a boy. He had two daughters, but but her sister's a tomboy, and
Tomboy.
so he put all that boy energy in her, and it's like he chose to invest that time and interest in her sister and not her, and so that's her insecurity. I'm never chosen, and I even feel like, like, you're not choosing me because we can't get on the same page. You're not paying attention to me. You're not listening.
I'm like, you're married at first sight. Somebody chose people for you. You didn't choose him. He chose to be with you. He chose to listen to you, to sleep with you, to lay with you. So he's choosing you. But he's choosing. I know you want him to be listening to you, and that's the biggest thing, to be engaged and active. And Pat has to do better. I'm not saying he's not, but and the question I just have for you and the listeners are, can he do better, or is she always moving the goalposts? Because it seems as if that every time he does, it's shifting.
Well, I don't even know if it's if it's that she's moving the goalposts. Like I said, she just is not cutting this man no slack. And I think this episode, and then the next one, but I think this episode really had me, like what you said. I really had to take into consideration his age.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what he said is wrong with his mother that he cares for, but
yeah,
I don't know, was it Alzheimer's or dementia or something
like that?
So yeah. I'm thinking
you might want to check Pat out.
Right. I think between his age and just his habits, what he's used to,
his stressful job that he deals with,
that too. I just cut that man some slack, lady. I'm gonna say it again. She irks me.
Give him a little bit of slack, right? Then we move on. Let's move on to Brittany and Will, right? The lack of reassurance is the biggest theme in their marriage, right? Security in marriage. Dr. P and Pastor Cal visited home to check on their progress, right? Brittany expressed that she does not know where Will stands. Will accused her of not knowing how he feels because she asked him about decision day every other day.
She's like, not every other day. But we have had this conversation.
We talk about this all the time. We couldn't have been on Married at First Sight without me not asking, hey, what are your decision day? Now, I'm not going to ask you every day, right? Not every day.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, but again, her personality, she wants to be loved. She needs affirmation every day. She needs affirmation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-mm. But you have to know your partner. He doesn't know that yet. That she wants affirmation every day, and she wants affirmation in certain areas and situations, and he has to try to provide for that, because again, rich or poor, sickness or health, death do us part. I'm going to try to meet your need. My other issue to that is, if he's doing this, try to meet your need, then you need to meet his need, because the good book said we submit one to another. Mm-hmm. So it just can't be, as I say, my man Marlo on the wire, it just can't be one way. It has to be both ways. Mm-hmm. So what she expects from Will, she has to be able to get back to Will, mm-hmm. make him feel comfortable enough to be able to share. And I think Will is also like, you want me to be vulnerable on TV, you want me to open up on TV. I think Will is trying not to be the butt. Will is trying not to be Casey.
Well, I think the other thing is because, not to jump ahead, maybe a little bit, but the conversation is had again. All these people are of a certain age. Mm-hmm. They have certain personality. They have a certain way they have operated up until this point. Yep. You can't expect them to change in a month.
Yeah.
And he's not necessarily going to change his personality and like who he is. Like we talked about him being an analytical person, a deep thinker or whatever. And so you're wanting him to change instead of just realizing, okay, this is how he is. How can I adapt to the way he is? And because, it's like they had this conversation. Okay, would you say yes on decision day? Well, yeah. Based on today, I would say yes, but anything can happen in the next few weeks. And she's like that might get changed. Like it's half her thinking, well, maybe we're not where we think we are right now. And he's trying to tell her, no, we are, but for real, like he said, anything can happen.
But it makes her feel like that she has to do everything right, that she has to be perfect.
Mm-hmm, like she has to walk on eggshells.
Right.
Because if I mess up, then he's gonna say no. And that's not what he said. That's the way she took it, though.
That's the way she feels.
Right.
But that's the way he presenting too.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, "Hey, today I will say yes on decision day. Tomorrow I may even say yes as well. But let's see how the thing goes." He has to finish his sentences. He has to finish his thoughts and not assume that she knows the answer. He has to. When you're dealing with someone like Brittany, he has to be very detail oriented. All right, and for a person who's an engineer, he should know how to run processes and be detail oriented. Maybe at work he does, but in his relationship life or marriage life, he's failing because she needs the extra sentence. She needs the extra word. She needs the extra vowel, the syllable, whatever. She needs that at the end. It can't be left blank for her. Everything has to be full picture.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Mm-hmm. She can't. You know. You have to connect all the dots.
Yeah, and he just kept dropping stuff like, okay, have y'all talked about where y'all gonna live after decision day? And I'm fine living with her, but I'm still gonna keep my place. Okay, Dr. P is like, what do you think that's giving her? That again, these are the things that you're saying that's giving her doubt. Oh, I'm gonna live with her, but I'm still gonna keep my place. That sounds like a just in case it don't work out.
Instead of saying, I just signed my new lease. And it may not be out
yet. Finish your thought. Finish the whole sentence.
By decision day.
Yeah.
That's more of the speed, but also that sounds like he just added that in as a second thought. But it was a good one. If it will, but she needs the whole picture.
Yeah. Dr. Pia let them know that they're both guarded. And they need to learn how to let the walls down or whatever.
And be honest. And to be honest, even if she's gonna be mad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's something you learn in marriage. I'm gonna have to be honest with you, even if you're mad at me. I'm gonna have to tell you the truth. All right, I'm not gonna lie, because if you lie day 1, you're gonna be lying day 25 or day 65 or day 365. You have to be honest and be truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They do it in a respectful way.
Yeah, they go visit Brittany's family and
good old black family.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you the part that I just chuckled at. Not the aunt with a microphone. Yeah, like they had a microphone. Not one with the batteries, with the echo mic. Like she had a for real microphone.
Aunt was ready. She ready to preach.
A for real microphone.
She ready to preach and take up an offering. I'm gonna tell you what I chuckled at, and I thought, like, this is weird. Kiss him. I want to see you kiss. I want to see you kiss.
I ain't never seen Brittany kiss nobody. And she kissed him. Hey, y'all, come here. She kissed him. Kiss him again. What?
What y'all getting y'all rocks off? This voyeurism? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? But
yeah, I thought that was very childish.
He was a good sport. He went through it. He even left the baby pictures, and she's like, you used to pick your toes, pick your toenails. You used to bite your fingernails. Like
fingernails, I got.
But the toenails,
pick your toes.
Toenails, like, and pluck them, like, that's what we do. She was weird, but again, people loved her. People loved her.
He was like,
should have asked him after that, dude. You want to stay together on this decision?
Right.
But anyway, and now we to the last couple, Megan and Derek, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They. What do you want to start with this? This the higher. They talk about they meet with the experts, right? During a visit with the expert, Megan reports that their communication went at an all-time high, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stating they learned she is more aggressive while Derek is more passive. Duh, as Kimmy would say. You are aggressive. He is passive. You get aggressiveness from your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Your mama's aggressive.
Right?
Your mama's in control. Your mama feel like she's in control. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. Yes, you are aggressive. He's passive, and he's just pacifying you, just like everybody else has done in your life. That's why you continue to be aggressive, because everybody folds in when she's aggressive, and she knows that. And she needed a man who has a little bit of backbone to reel her in. But hey, we're not doing that today. Nope.
Mm-hmm. But also, and I don't want to get my episodes mixed up, but at this expert visit, there was a point also that the way that Derek responded to her is like, well, can you see how you answer kind of sharp?
Yeah.
So he has to watch how he talks too,
Right.
you know, and be a little softer with her. But yeah, we see them. We go back to the wedding day, how they had cold plunging in common,
Right.
and so they go for a cold plunge, and yeah,
Derek lasted 2 minutes in the cold plunge. He wasn't used to 2 minutes, and she swear I'm going to beat him. She made it competitive. I'm going to beat him if my legs fall off.
Yeah, she said like she could see her toes kind of turning purple.
Turning purple and blue. She stayed in there with 4 minutes and 30 seconds. She made up in her mind that she was going to beat Derek. Come hell or high water. She's very competitive. I don't know if that's a good. She wanted
Not
to be
me. Well, the one thing she said that I was like, this is true. The only people that can relate are another female. And when she sat down in that water and she was like, oops,
yeah.
It's when that water hit your lady parts. It is just
cold, huh?
Yeah. That's why
make you shiver.
Yeah, like I've told you that when we've been to the pool before, like y'all, I don't know what it is, but it's when you first get in that water, it's like, ooh. So she said when she got past that, she was good.
She was good.
She's good. She's better than me. I don't foresee me cold plunging.
I've cold plunged before.
I don't see it.
Ice bath.
I don't see it.
After football practices and things like that, when you hop in a nice cold ice bath, relieve your muscles. Want to go cryo with me? We'll go freeze our muscles, and recover.
I don't know.
Derek unexpectedly tells the expert that he had told Megan he loved her, right? Claim it made it easier to resolve the conflict. He didn't mean it. He like, I love you. And she just, oh. Again, is that part of love bombing? That's manipulation.
Maybe a little bit.
Love bombing, and that's a manipulation to tell somebody I love you. For those who watch Love is Blind, Edmund did this to KB all the time. Like they was getting ready to argue, and he was like, I love you. She's like, not now. You can't say I love you just to diffuse a situation or diffuse an argument. That is not right. Yeah, we don't do that neither. We know people that do that. We've seen that. We've seen that. Just
bring it in.
Bring it in.
No,
not right now.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, y'all too. Yeah, we've seen people do that. Anyway, not getting into people's stories. They might be watching channels. But anyway, we've seen people do that just to diffuse the argument, the situation. All that does is mask everything and cover it up.
But the climax for Megan and Derek.
Yes.
God dog.
The episode ended with a major cliffhanger. Megan and Derek was in bed and announced some, I don't want to say good news, because I think it's kind of icky. Me and my daughter, our oldest daughter, we talked about this. Right, as I was taking her back to college. He like, somebody's pregnant for real? Yeah, she like disgusting.
Month.
Hi, married on first sight. She's pregnant already in a month. No protection whatsoever. Nobody was using anything, and Will and Brittany was concerned.
Not even.
None. And y'all two don't even know if y'all really like each other yet. Y'all argue every day. See, what happened is they will argue and have makeup sex. Argue, makeup sex. Argue, makeup sex. Argue, makeup sex. And she's pregnant.
Now look at you. Pregnant. Crazy.
It's so reckless. It's bad. It is very. I'm gonna call it what it is. It's, my mother would say, trifling. I don't know if people still use that word. I don't know if people still cook that. And I'm country, y'all. That's trifling. How you pregnant?
I mean, it's just not really.
Derek ain't no pull
like
out.
Not thought.
That's
what I was about to say. Not even. Okay, no birth control. No condoms. Not even basic.
Pull out. And I'm sitting here thinking, did he do this on purpose? He wants a child so bad.
I don't think so. But they definitely didn't try not to.
They definitely try not to. I just hope, man, do you want to say I hope this marriage work out for the sake of the kid? I'm not there yet. It's episode 9. So we'll move on a little bit further before I even make that statement about it. I hope this thing work out, because I can see them saying yes just because of the kid. Oh, and because of her situation. But will that be healthy? Is it? I think this is married at first sight first too, right? I know Jeff and Charlize got pregnant,
but that was like
right after the show.
Yeah, it was at the end, not during the process.
Yeah, Anthony and what's the right thing?
Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony and Ashley?
Anthony and Ashley, they were pregnant right after the show too, right?
No, I didn't think so.
Yeah, but nobody got pregnant on the show. So leave a comment in the comment section below. What did y'all think about the pregnancy announcement? Was it reckless? Was it trifling? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let us know. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. We appreciate you. Thanks for rocking with us, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye.